up, everybody? Oh my gosh, I'm not even in Minecraft. Of course, I'm doing stuff. This is Will. Welcome to Minecraft. You know, that sucks. Like, the whole reason I do the whole, the whole Stream Deck thing is so that it looks really cool when I come in and I was on Resume Game. So, yay. Awesome. Best day ever. It's Will, it's Flashcraft, and it's the last episode of Flashcraft. That's right, I am going to be exiting the world today. Mainly because, Bo did. And so, there's not as much to do. So, but what I want to do is, because Earth 2 is going bye-bye, we're going to be moving ourselves to Earth 3 here as soon as 1.18 is released. So, rather than, try to scramble and all of that, we're just gonna, a lot of us are just closing up for a few weeks. It's gonna take a few weeks to kind of figure out what builds we want to do and stuff. So I might do a few streams on my personal realm where I show, ideas I have for what I want to build in Earth 3, and I do have some ideas for Earth 3. So, but I thought today would be really cool to kind of just spend the last day as mayor here of Central City. Look at this city. O'Shea, I'm flying. Yay. Look at this city, though. This is kind of cool. I think it's more than we thought it would be. When we first started, Earth 1, we had kind of a village, sort of, that we kind of hung out at. We had a central hub. But there wasn't any real shops. There was Bo's shop that nobody used, But here, almost from jump, and I think it really was Bell. When Bell created his first shop, and it wasn't the wool shop. I think it was something like from the end. Or it might have been the wool shop too. When Bell created the wool shop, but he created it over at the Hall of Justice. We all kind of got involved. So. This is, obviously this year is one of my crowning achievements, my Wilden books. It was my store. It gave me a lot of diamonds. Totally not kept up at all. Like I got 3 books in here, Looting 3, Fire Aspect 2, and Soul Speed. And what I did was basically, I made a store where I got books, because the one thing I do when I play this game now is apparently... I enjoy creating villagers and putting them in places and making them give me books. So, and that's not going to change. I still love that. So, I thought I'd start in Central City where I am the mayor still, I believe. So, this place was pretty awesome. I'll say this for Bo. He knows how to pick a seed. This is really, really a good. This started off as a village. I actually watched the first episode a few weeks ago. And it's kind of funny to see how this was. Like, this year was like the hub of the village. And we just kind of started growing. I think I was the first one to move over here because I really wanted a good spot. So I put my shop here. Bell came right beside me, built the wool shop. Then on the other side, I think Bo came in and did Bo Arts. And Kyle came in behind me, and he put his wood shop up. And then Foxy joined, and he created a shop. And it just kind of grew from there. All this stuff over here, the Brainiac ship and all that all came later, much later, really. I remember just sitting here on a Saturday morning, I don't even know if I streamed it or not, where I was like, I want to build something, I want to build something public, so I built the TV Talk building. And the reason I built the TV Talk building is at the time we were all kind of involved in podcasts with TV Talk. Legends TV Talk was me, Kyle. That's how me and Kyle, I guess, because Bell would have been here anyway. That's how me and Kyle were brought in. So I created this building. I put it up here for Bell and Bo to have the big offices. Looking back, I should have took this because, not for nothing, I'm the mayor, but I'm also the architect of this building. I should have given myself a big office. And then I was really kind of proud of this. We never used it. We were going to for the first episode of Legends, but we never did it. Which we were going to... This was meant to be a place where we could broadcast together. We wanted to find a place where we could... Oh, wow, the painting's gone. Where we could sit and, have, the microphone here, our own shots, and then I would have used OBS to kind of... I probably would have used Discord to get them looking, like this, and then used OBS to kind of get shots on us. Really, I wish we kind of could have done that. It's one of the things I'm going to regret about Earth 2. because I was very proud of this building. I thought that this was a really kind of a cool idea that we never really utilized. But it's okay because it kind of let people know too. Like there are people that have come in here from Flash TV Talk and stuff. They're listeners that there's a presence, and I think in Gotham there will be another TV Talk building. I'm sure. I'm sure either Bo will make it or I'll take it on myself again. So the stores were kind of cool. Foxy's a gem. Like this guy, he knows his Redstone. I mean, I am 100% not a Redstone guy. Like all the stuff I built because I find videos and I basically plagiarize/follow. Now I always give credit where credit's due. But at the end of the day, the most original builds I had were the CCC building, and that came about strictly because when Bo started really getting into story content and storyline ideas, I felt the one thing you need for a good story, and it was 100% a narrative device. Is I felt very strongly that a good narrative device that we can use to push stories forward, and I did check with Bo, and next time I will, is a newspaper. A newspaper you can use to write an article to regenerate interest in a storyline. Think about it with wrestling, which I mean, we're not wrestling by any stretch. Well, I don't know. Bo kind of took a heel turn there. With wrestling, you have that interview segment, and it's meant to kind of drive the content. And so my idea with CCC was, I want to write stories to drive content. I wanted to make Bo wonder who it was. That was the big thing. So when we first started out, I didn't tell anybody I was Linda Park. I just kind of wrote the stuff. And I think I told you guys in stream. And that's what's really funny is I told you guys in stream, and Bo still had no freaking clue. None. So, but we started this. I forget when it was, but it was right when the League of Assassins thing was going. And I did it to kind of also like, he said we can't talk about it in Discord. We can't talk about it in this various stuff. The rules where you can't talk about this in Discord, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, well, that's fine. You didn't say I can't write a news article about it. And I kind of wanted to put it on Front Street because, and we'll do this, I'm very proud of the fact that I think I've gotten killed twice. And I don't think any of the two times that I got killed, they had to do it by hand. Their little traps and their little ideas never worked. I don't believe I ever got killed by a trap. Even over here, where Foxy kind of tried to build a fire trap, he said it was for me. I told him, I died, but I didn't die due to the fire damage. I died because I fell after the fire damage. But in any event, really, their traps never worked. And I kept them up, any of the ones I did. But I was very proud of that fact. So the CCC, the Central City Citizen, came about from there. So I started the newspaper, and then one day I just kind of, and this is when they realized it was me, is that I'm sitting there going, if we're going to be a city, if we're really going to be a city, we need a high-rise. And what better building than a CCC building? And as you can see, where the top of the C is where I kind of put it. And then Bo went, and I'm going to 100% admit this. Bo came along and made Cadmus taller. And I took that as a personal affront. I'm like, oh, no. That's not acceptable. No. I want to be the highlight of the sky. I want to be the best of the skyline. So, no, I'm going to raise my building. So I did. And, I tried for a while to sell these apartments. I made the top floors all glass like this to try and rent these out to people. Like you want an in-town base, then pay me a diamond a month or something, I think I said. So this was supposed to be the penthouse, which has an incredible view of the city. And then I really felt like one of the problems we had was no portal in town. Like if you wanted to portal to Central, you had to go to the Hall of Justice. So when I rebuilt this, I also went ahead and built the portal just because I want, and it's also kind of cheap lighting in a way. Like I didn't have to light the top of the building. Like the portal does it for me. And it kind of draws attention to the globe at the top because I made it so that Central City Citizen was bought out by the Daily Planet. I stand behind that. Like I actually think more people use that portal. I'm going to stand on this here. I think more people use that portal than they use the Hall of Justice because it's central. It's, you take an elevator all the way to the top and boom, you get in. But this is just an incredible skyline. And I will give him credit. I mean, LexCorp Plaza is amazing. Bo had an idea. He ran with it. He's saying his next base is going to be even bigger. I have no doubt. Very, very cool. So I'm just very satisfied with how this all came about. The next big build I kind of did that wasn't my base. We'll go to my base and do that in a minute. Was I got asked to be a part of LexCorp, and part of that was building a jail. I just took it on myself to build jail. Bo doesn't like it. I mean, he says he does because he understands it now. He hates the blue. He thinks it's not brand. I'm like, well, blue and black is kind of prison colors. And I made the I, and I made the bottom of the I part of the H. So I wanted Iron Heights I wanted that to be the sign. And it doesn't look great. It probably could have been a little bigger. To be quite honest, as much as I had a ton of iron, I was running low on iron. But the idea was I wanted to build just a simple prison, and I wanted it to be in here where all the redstone happened. So I built the guard shack here, which is, this is meant to be a safe place, and from here we can open the cells. Likewise, you can take keys and put them next to the door. Like I put a box of these in here, and you do that so that if you need to open the door and you don't want to use the cell, you just put it there and it opens the cell. It works. It was really, really a good thing. I like that Bo kind of went out and caught people. This I'm kind of proud of. The putting his cat in here, and I thought because he's late, he left the server. And he left his cat in charge on Mount Zoom. And if you haven't watched this video, you should. The Real Bo York on Twitch. I've thought very seriously about going to get the cat before he saves the server and putting him back in here. But I know he'd get mad, and the joke was funny as it was. So I put Eobard in here as part of the resistance. I'm like, people of the resistance, your leadership is catastrophic. Step down and give up your power or else. And I left him a clue on where it was, and I said something like, he's been, jailed up or something. I forget what it was, but I basically found a pun. This here I thought was cool. The whole point of the jail was we wanted to capture Ross, which I think was Bo or Foxy, and bring him over here to the exit. Basically, we were going to kill him. So what I did was I've designed quite a few times that have worked, by the way, the fall trap. But not just the fall trap. As you can see, there's a tripwire. So somebody will fall down there, and they will trip the tripwire, which will push the pistons onto their head, and they will die. Now, the whole point of this was, I was like, okay, here's what you do. You have to go to jail. So you're going to jail. You're going to come in here. You're going to save yourself in here. All right? We're going to shut the door, which I don't know that I have. Do I have? That's that door. So this is this door. Okay. And we would shut the cell. And because he saved himself on that bed, he would go up here. He would be killed. And that's how we get him into the cell without having anything on him. So the whole point of killing him is so that when he dies, he would fall down here. Then the anvil would hit him on the head because a lot of us have feather falling, and we realize fall traps don't work. His stuff would go into this chest, and that's where we would keep his stuff. So his weapons, his tools, his armor would all go in the chest. He would wake up in the cell completely not naked, but he'd have only his skin. And then I'd have to reset the trap later for somebody else. But this was I thought a stroke of genius because somebody's like, well, how do you keep him from escaping even with obsidian? And I said, well, you put him in jail. All right, he has to. It's going to take him forever without any things to break out of this. He can break the bed and starve to death and eventually get out. So it's not like we're trapping him forever. Nobody wanted to trap him forever. It was content. But I thought this was a really cool idea. And I mean, they did some things. Foxy went on after that and built tunnels underneath, which I'll show you in a minute. I built traps in the tunnels. When I discovered the tunnels, I was like, no, I don't want you letting somebody escape. So I built traps so that, like, if he breaks the block to get out underneath, it would drop lava on him. He realized it because he saw the dripping lava. But I was like, there isn't much I can do about that other than maybe another tripwire trap. Now that I think about it, I should have done that. But in any event, I was pretty happy with that. Those are kind of the builds I did in the city. Obviously, my bookstore, which I went over about literally a year ago today. That was really kind of it. I didn't really. I mean, I had the CCC building, the TV talk, and City Hall. So when I got elected mayor, City Hall, like I was using an office up on like the third from the top floor up there. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted CCC because I knew that if somebody takes over as mayor, then in essence I've got somebody living in my building. And I didn't want that. So I really felt that we should have a City Hall. And with that, a police precinct. So I created this. Now, I realize now, looking at it, how incredibly phallic I made this. Like, bad. Like, bad. Like, very bad. This is incredibly phallic. I don't think I would do that again. But, the idea was we wanted to create a courtroom. So I created this here where we, at the time we had mini blocks you could sit on, but they were invisible, and I thought that was fantastic. So you would come in here, and a judge could sit here and rule from up here. There was a witness stand, judges' chambers. So I built an entire courtroom with the idea that we were going to put Bo on trial. We built the police precinct, all right, which I think Kyle did. And then I even built a holding cell at the police precinct. So you come over here and, it's a simple, thing here. You have them go in there, and they're in a holding cell. So nothing too fantastic here. Obviously, we put the city stuff. Bo kept coming over here and messing with it, so that's why real mayor of Central City, not deposed and not quitting. Pizza Supreme leader, because again, I might have been a little bitter. Chief of police was Kyle. District attorney was Fox. So we all had jobs. And then the city laws were over there, and they never ever were followed. My mayoral office, we'll stop that. Fox did incredible here. He took his DA's office and went to town. Got a whole bunch of bookshelves. He did the lighting. He really set up his office in kind of fantastic fashion, which he always does. Made himself a little room here to sleep in, etc. I used mine. I built a reception area over here. Realized I never built chairs out here. I should have. For my secretary to wait to come into the mayor's office. And in the mayor's office, I kept it pretty Spartan. I wanted a city map. I wanted my chair, my office, so I could sit here and, I'm ruling from the mayor's office. Hello, welcome to the mayor's office. And, we never really used this for meetings or anything. This was always meant to be kind of like if I was going to make an official announcement as mayor, like this seemed like a really good place to have a press conference. So it was what we wanted. It was a mayoral office, which we didn't have. And then I built a mayoral residence just because I wanted to have a tower and I didn't know what else to do. And Bo kind of took it over when he took over the running of the city for a while. So he kind of created this. I had a different mindset up here. This was kind of storage / dining room / just kind of a reception area. I even built sort of a kitchen over here. He put beds in here, etc. Like I had like ovens and all this stuff over here. This was kind of like a place for a mayoral reception sort of thing. And then he put an office up here. And then the top floor was going to be just a place to sleep things. So and it's pretty simple, nothing major. I built this bed up here, and with a nice view of the city, sort of. Again, not as high as the other one, but still kind of cool. And we kind of, it was kind of the idea was I just kind of wanted to build a place that that said mayor. And then if I really legitimately ever lost an election, this would have been somebody else's place. So I put a statue out here. Looking back, I wish I could have got copper. So then I built some tools for the city. We'll do this while I have to go through here to get it out, but. We'll come back to this in a minute because this is really kind of, I'm going to build this on Earth 3 for sure. I built over here after I was elected mayor. I went ahead, and you guys have seen it at my other base. I had a pretty cool trident farm. And so I decided that, guys were kind of, they were going out to Bell's, or they were going out to my base, or, Kyle, I helped create one too at his base. But I mean, for the most part, I was like, we should have one that's kind of the city's. So I created a public one over here. So, with that in mind, and again, Trident Farms are sort of fixed, sort of not. So it's still operational. Like when you guys take this over, the Flash Crafters, originally it was just 4 Tridents in there. You'd break the glass, take the Tridents off. Well, Tridents despawn now. So I decided to put them here on the wall. I built a little thing here that they can open to throw the Tridents into the kill chamber and then close it. Turn on this switch here to kind of start the portal up top and do the killing. And then I'm going to sleep because I hate night. Down here, I made an item sorter using just the generic type of item sorter. Instead of, a lot of the item sorters have it going into a furnace. And I'm like, you know what? Or not a furnace, lava. Like, they're like, swords and stuff you don't need. You don't want swords. You don't need the swords. You just need to. I wanted the gold. I was like, that is a lot of wasted gold. So I created this little system to where it will jump into a chest. The chest will dump into a blast furnace. Blast furnace gets lava from here, and I built a little lava farm back here now with dripstone. And, then it would do that. Now, occasionally, zombie meat or gold bars or gold nuggets get in there. So you have to kind of be paying attention. But it works surprisingly well. This still works surprisingly well. So I'm pretty happy with this. And again, I'm just going to demonstrate just for fun. Why not? And again, not the best way to get XP anymore. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty happy with the. I'm sitting at 80 something right now, and I didn't use the Trident farm. I used the thingy thing. So I start that portal, and then I start this, and the Tridents will move, and then they get into position, and you stand up here and wait. And here come the piggies. So I put little things. Do not leave Tridents in the chamber. Use the switch to get. And yeah, I mean they die, and they die quick, and I should be looting here. The looting bug is also fixed. So now they're slow to die because there's only 2 Tridents in there. That's all I had left. Usually I like to run 3 to 4. They die pretty quick then. But we'll shut that off because I don't want to be stuck here all day. But this works remarkably well as far as just getting XP at a relatively quick rate. I will build another one of these on the other Earth. I'm pretty sure of that. But let's see. Did any of these? Nope. Nothing bad happened. Okay. So as you can see, that's going in there. And like I said, you just kind of come in here and you take a bucket and you put lava in, and then you got lava. And it works. It works pretty well. And then when you're done, you just kind of, you do that. You run in here, you grab the Tridents, and hang the Tridents back up. Now I really should mend these. I should put mending on them at some point so that they stay alive. But for right now, they're fine. So that's kind of the public XP farm I created for the city. Am I out of rockets? Oh, no, I got 11 left. I should get more rockets. So, I did that on the outskirts because, again, you don't want to do too many 0 ticks in the city. You're just going to cause a lot of lag. This here is kind of what I'm most excited about now. I don't use the Trident killers very much anymore because I created the farm for kale, and there's a ton in there, right? Yeah, a ton of kale. So, and watch this. Okay, so let's see. I'm at 85. I'll take 64 out of here, and I got 3 bars off of that, and a little bit more. So it's better to get off of one. You don't want to do too many. That's why I try to tell people don't use, don't wait. You really want it to be full. So, and that is full. So I'm going to put blocks in there, I think. But as you watch, all right, I take 3. I'll take 4. You move up pretty quick. Now, I'm at a point right now where it's not going to move that fast because I'm at 85. But at the lower levels, it's really, really good. As far as mending things go, it's fantastic. So I highly recommend you do that XP. And again, JC Plays made one. I used his, but I kind of, and that's the key. If you're gonna do somebody's stuff, don't be afraid to change it up. Don't be afraid to make it your own. Because as cool as JC Plays this thing was, for me, I like the thought of being able to put in, the kale blocks I'm making, and have them in a chest. Where's my red chest? There's my red chest. So, and eventually today, the last thing I'm going to do is going to put a shulker together for my for the flash crafters to get the stuff out of my shulker box. So let's put 10 back in there. Yeah. So I'm running low on rockets, but that's okay. It's the last day. So, alrighty. All right, let's go take a look at the hall, and then we'll go to my base, and I'll show you guys what I did over there. So, welcome to the forgive the phone, guys. I am on call, so that's gonna wait. All right, so the Hall of Justice. This was our first build. As Bo said the other day, I have to let that go to voicemail, by the way. I'm not being rude. You kind of sit there and you spawn in over there right around the memorial. So the first thing you see, the biggest thing you see is, and meat is good, I'm a big fan of meat, is the hall. And the hall is amazing. The hall is, well, it's the hall. And, you should watch this thing. We were all involved in this. Alexa, cancel. All right, so the Hall of Justice, and down there is the underground I talked about, but I'm going to want to get in here. So let's do this instead of just running through the Nether, which is exciting, but I do all the time with you guys. Let's go ahead and we'll take a ride, and we'll go over we'll use my really cool highway that we all created. One of the things we were supposed to do early on is a lot of us were tasked with creating highways to our bases. That was the goal. You have to create a highway to get to your base. And so I did it. And I'm pretty far out, but I did it because it was the right thing. Did we get rid of all the horses? Where are the horses? What the hell? They were supposed to return the horses back. Oh, people suck. Well, is this one fast? This one doesn't feel fast. He does not feel fast at all. He turtles. Who got rid of all the fast horses? Oh, people suck. I'm not going to ride the slow horse. I'm going to take one of the bone horses, since I'm pretty sure I found them. At least one of them. Alright, I'll open that. Yep, there we go. Is this one dirtily too? He seems dirtily. Oh no, he's good. He's got a good amount of speed. Alright. So here we go. All right, let's get, and this is the thing about Bo that I hated. He created the stable, but he didn't really create a road to get to the stable, to get to, the place. Now, I love this. This goes to the new guys' base. They went, even though they were only here for about a month before, we were going to shut down, they went to town. So, I created this road here using a lot of the stone that I found. I created a quote, oh boy, that hurt a lot. You probably shouldn't drink and drive like that. All right, so using the cobblestone machine I have at my base, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. Okay, he doesn't go on the top now. Good, I can do it. All right, so I created this thing because I wanted a kind of fast and quick way in case I didn't have Elytra to be able to get back and forth from the city. So I thought this was a fantastic idea. So I did. And wow, this thing really does turtle too, doesn't it? This is going to take a while. You know what? You're cool, but you're going to stay right there. Have fun. All right, so. And there's Dr. Alien's base, which is really kind of cool. And then, I built this whole thing, and this took about a week. A good week and a half of, trying to figure out where to do it. And I kept moving it over and moving it over. So I knew where I needed to be as far as the Z coordinates go. And so I had to go through the mountains. I didn't want to avoid the mountains. I really kind of wanted to use the mountains a little bit for cover, as well as I kind of had, here's my unfinished project. One of my first secrets here. I started kind of a second, this was going to be a resource base. This was going to get hollowed out as much as possible for me to get stone and granite. I just wanted, that's literally all this was serving a purpose for. And it was just going to kind of be, my little secret home away from home. I wasn't going to build I built a portal here because I needed to do something with it, I think. But I was going to tear that portal down eventually because I just didn't want to, but I really kind of wanted to build a second base that was kind of away from the mansion, but close enough to where I could get to things if I needed to. Oh, I don't have my rockets enabled, and that's kind of hard to fly with. So, you suck. Well, that's just ducky. All right. Let's take a look at this, because I'm proud of this. So I just watched the video, and I put it up on the Flashcraft Discord today. This was Foxy or somebody's attempt to trap me and kill me. This is a fall trap. They had a nether thing there, or an end thing there that I was supposed to hit that would cause an explosion, which would cause everything to fall down. And then, what the hell was that? What the hell hit me? Bastards. Causing me to fall down. And then, the thought was I would die. It didn't work. The minute I walked up on the building, I was like, okay, trap. So, we're now here out at my farms, and we're going to spend a little bit of time here as soon as I find a place to take a nappy nap. So this has kind of changed a lot in the last year. Like, again, I saw a video today from a year ago that I had on Facebook, which was, it's evident how much this changed. That a year ago, I only had one set with like 4 sheep in it. Right now, they're all green because Foxy sucks. I'm going to put them back, I promise. He didn't put them back. So I had 4 sheep. I had the pumpkin farm, and the pumpkin farm does what it does. And it's not very efficient, but it doesn't need to be. I only need them when I need them. And then there's the iron farm, which is really the thing I'm most proud of here. This thing, iron is kind of the biggest resource you need. It's the best armor until you get to diamond. It's the best thing to build with. You need it for hoppers. You need it for almost everything you need of any good, quality. So building this iron farm was great. Now, what I'm going to do in Earth 3, I have a completely different idea for this, because I realized halfway through this season that the mistake I made here was I cannot access these villagers. I don't care what books they have. I don't care what products they have. They're completely unusable to me. So next year, I'm going to do something more along the line of what I'm doing on Silent Whisperer server, which is I built my iron farm at a place where I could also get to the villagers. So they are, a lot of people are building these with like 4 or 5 pods with 5 villagers in it. I'm still going to do the 1 pod for villager. But on the other side, I'm going to have a window where I can interact with the villager. And in that window where I interact with the villager, I'm going to, that's how I'm going to get my books and stuff like that. Because I truly believe that is a great thing. So this is my stone creator, which is very simply, it's using lava and water. And it's remarkably quick and easy to get kind of a lot of cobble. I'd like to do it next year where I can get stone or cobble and figure that out. There are ways to do it. This is kind of cool. I love this thing. This is my concrete maker. In that, what it is that, making concrete is kind of the hardest, stupidest thing as far as you kind of usually, the prevailing wisdom is what you do is you stand up, you basically make a tower of the concrete powder, take a glass of water, take a bucket of water up with you, and then let it go down, and then try not to die. That was stupid. I did that twice, and I'm like, this is dumb. And then I found somebody, I think it was JC Plays created this. You put the concrete powder there, and that's it. And the piston pushes through, and then it'll push it through, and then the pistons over there will push it forward once it gets to a certain point. which it's not going to get to because of this. And then you'll only be able to go out so far, and then you'll have to come and break this all up. So this is obviously, again, something I'll build so that I have concrete, especially if I can't find terracotta. A lot of my builds involve terracotta because I found the terracotta realm, and I didn't really share that. People can find it. It's not hard. But I wasn't like, here's where you go to get it. In fact, I was selling terracotta for a while. So then, down here is my XP base where, again, very similar. 3 tridents, use the button to pull the door, throw the tridents in. Down here's the, sorters and sorting mechanisms, et cetera. And I think these are all, these are all sorts, so we're good there. This was something I was using a lot for a while, but again, once I got to the level of, using the kale farm, there's just no reason now for me to do that. I'll use it a little bit for quick stuff, or if I need to AFK, because you can't AFK a kale farm, obviously. But if I have my choice, I'll use the kale farm just because I can get the XP I need relatively quickly. So this area up here is going to be the last farm I have here. Besides this, I'll show the bees as well. This is my gunpowder farm. Up there's like 5 platforms. This is not very efficient. Yes, I have a lot of gunpowder here right now. But to be honest, I've never been happy with this. I think I needed to make 1 or 2 more pylons at the top, which I can show you here in a minute what it looks like because it's wide open. I think I needed to make a couple more platforms. I just got tired because, in survival, this is a ridiculously hard build. So as you can see here, what it is that, and I don't want to stay here too long, because I don't want creepers to spawn, and then they blow up. But, creepers should spawn here. They could fall through the stuff. Wow, that's missing a button. I'm missing a few buttons here. Interesting. That's very interesting. I'm missing buttons. They spawn, and then they fall through the hole and fall down the thing. So, and it's a lot of buttons. Now they use trapdoors inside the holes now instead of buttons, et cetera. And it's just not very, very efficient. There are better ways, I think, to do it. I think building it in complete darkness helps, which I think I'm going to do on Earth 3. I might even build that underground. Then finally what we have over here is my bee farm. What happened is I finally got my hand on 2 active beehives. 3, I guess. And I went to town because I discovered that if you feed bees flowers, which do I have any on me? Well, I will now. Which, guess who has a ton of flowers because of his, you feed them a flower, 2 of them a flower, they'll make a baby. So I made there's the baby. I made a crap ton of bees. I wanted a lot of bees. I don't have them enclosed. I don't need them enclosed. This gives me a ton of honey. I don't have any auto, way to pull that stuff off. But that'll be something I think I work on Earth 3 because Bo did it, and it looked like it worked pretty well for him. The last thing I'll show is over here, and that's and I've showed it before, but it's a good thing to have. This will be probably literally the first, if not second, farm I build, and that's a villager farm. Villagers are needed for almost any type of farming, and I found that instead of trying to find villagers and bring them across or through the Nether or anything like that in boats, that once I could get 2 and put them in here and trap them in here, and you have to give them their workstation, and then you feed them carrots, which there aren't any in there. You feed them carrots, and as long as there are beds here that the kids can kind of hit, nobody else can hit, they'll create babies. The babies go in here, and then you put them in the cart, and I've been using it really to repopulate, my Salem Center is what I call this village because, again, it's X-Men. So I've been using the babies, and you can see a few. I think there's probably still a few children over here because I don't get over here very often. But I've been trying to repopulate this village because, I decimated it. I took all of the possible, villagers you could. So every once in a while, I'll spend a little bit of time, and that's why the rails are now going over here as opposed to going to the iron farm. I would spend a little bit of time. Is that? Yeah, it's the saddle. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Why don't you let me ride you? You fast? Yeah, you're sort of fast. But I feel like I should take this back to Central City. But I'm not gonna. but I'll take you to my, my stable. So. Yeah, but I think my stable's full. I'll just bring it closer to my base so people can find you when they save the world. So, but this is kind of, I'm remarkably happy with how I built this farming area. As you guys can see here, it's pretty intense. Like, it took me a while. This is where I farmed. This is where I came to do things, which is what you want your base to do. You really want your base to be a place for that. Now, this is the X Mansion, and I built it off of the comic version. It's not to scale. It's not totally accurate, but I wanted to build the X Mansion because I like the X-Men, and I like this version of the X-Men, these years, like the 80s and 90s version. So I created the X Mansion to be that. I wanted kind of to build a mansion that wasn't Wayne Manor, because we were going to build Wayne Manor. So I built this out of netherrack, mostly because I had a shit ton of it. And terracotta, as you can see here. And I built it with, with the idea of, okay, well, there are classrooms here, and what would classrooms look like? Okay, so because it's a school for the youngsters, detention room, a main lecture hall, which looking back, I should have made this bigger and go underground a bit, but, what are you going to do? And then, upstairs is basically, bedrooms with beds. I went to town on beds. So I built a ton of beds and put them in here. And this side is supposed to be for the X-Men, so they're they're bigger rooms. This side over here is meant to be for the New Mutants and the Generation X kids, and so they're on top of you. There's 3 floors. There's no windows on the doors, et cetera. It's which is kind of what it is, because when this version of Salem Center's mansion, the professor, you had wings where the X-Men were in one wing and the New Mutants were in the other. I guess I should leave this open. My vault. My vault is not organized very well, but it is my vault. My last pair of elytra, I keep it there. That's always been an emergency. I'll leave this open for somebody. But that's my vault. Like, I kept that hidden in here. Behind that, I don't think anybody ever truly found the vault. I don't think anybody went looking either. So you have this down here, and then downstairs I created like the living room here, and put a painting on the TV that I thought looked really good, and couches. Then the dining room, which I felt was, I feel this is the most X-Men out of anything. If you read the comics or whatever, Thanksgiving episodes, etc., this felt right. I built this quote unquote as like the kitchen, so I kept food and stuff in here, a couple of ovens. Just kind of like the professor's waiting room here, and another like second lounge. Because I thought if you're living at a boarding school, you're going to have that. And then I went ahead and created the downstairs of the X Mansion. So, I put this button here, not hidden really. This is meant to sort of be the professor's office. And, you come in here and you push that, and it takes you down to the, underground. And we'll go through there. And then I also created a secondary door for, oh gosh, we really need to go. So same idea, you come down here. And this is kind of the X-Men's underground here. So this is almost right out of the movie. This is kind of what I was going for here. So on one end, in the movies, on one end is the hangar, and on the other end is Cerebro. And, and there are rooms off to the side of every one of those. So I created Cerebro here with a special like secret thing. Looking back, I should have put like a candle, torch there. And then you come in here, and this is my idea for Cerebro. I wanted there to be a helmet. Looking back, I should have got a stand for the helmet. I think that would have looked better. But somebody's talking to me in the Discord, so I just want to go check that. So yeah, this is kind of cool. So Cerebro's kind of here to kind of be Cerebro, and nothing happens. I really wanted to get light shows and stuff in here. I wanted this to kind of be more than it was, because I just wanted it to do that. But to be honest, like there was so much to work on that I never felt like I wanted, crazy. So I was very proud of this story. I didn't just do the 9-door. I also did these here, the outer, because I wanted it to be a circle. And for a while, the inner doors, instead of being iron, were actually diamond blocks. And I thought that was a really good look. Wait, do I have an ender chest down here? Did I put one down here? Because if I did, then I might put that back. Because I thought the diamond blocks gave it a really interesting view, because you had the white and the diamonds to kind of give it a circle feel, which is kind of what Cerebro in the movie looks like. Yeah, I don't think I left it. Yeah, the ender chest is upstairs. So you know what? Let's go up and get it. I got diamond blocks. You know what? We're all getting copies of this world, so you know what? They can come and tear apart the wall if they want. But I liked the way the diamond blocks looked. So you can't go down that way. So. And I created this in a very specific way. So yeah, we're gonna do that right now. I'm gonna put the diamond blocks back. So boom, 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 and boom. And you guys, let me know what you think here. But I think this just looks a whole lot better. Because it goes for what I'm more going for, which is kind of a circular type of thing. I think the iron didn't do that very well. And at the time, I was pretty diamond rich. So, because again, I was winning the quartz off, and I was just going nuts with mining. I have strip mines all over this world. So, yeah, I'm going to keep that. There you go. The danger room's control room with the danger room under here. Tons of sea lanterns. I had to go exploring for weeks for these. I really like how this came out. I've actually taken some out because we needed them in other builds. Because I felt kind of bad, like guys went looking for sea lanterns and they just couldn't find them because I had been like going to town on the danger room when everybody else was building like the Hall of Justice. So down here is the danger room itself. And again, I just wanted this to look kind of like the danger room. So ideally, I was going to look at trying to find ways to piston things and move blocks to put things up. But again, there are other things. Now, this here was a secret entrance that took you down to where my farm used to be. This kind of became my mining area. Early on, when I discovered this place, I really, when I discovered, like, down here, I created an iron farm, or the XP farm here. This was all kind of enclosed. And because I discovered over here, oh, shit, oh, no. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 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 Okay, we gotta get out of here. Somehow we gotta get out of here. How long have I got? And this, my friends, is why you carry. And I have a fire thing. God dang it. Alright, I went a little crazy over here. Alright, so let's put those back. You know what? Let's make them iron. Alright. So I created this. I found that this was a underground chasm. And I was like, this is great. So I did. I have tons of. This is where I got most of my diamonds, really. So that was my thing. I'm not going to go through that door. I'm going to show you it from the other way. So, but this was my underground, like, XP farm. And you can kind of see, like, the obsidian is still there, etc. And you can see, like, when I found that this was completely hidden, I loved it because nobody could find my XP farm. When I wanted to make one that was a little more public, that's when I put it outside. So, God, I'm really glad I'm still alive. Oh my gosh. I was like, no, I'm going to lose everything. So I'm going to have to go and get another one of those. So, all right. So I created that. The danger room's there. This one was kind of cool in that I really wanted to, again, if you read X-Men comics, there's a war room. There's a room here where they would have maps, and they would have screens, and then they would have a globe, and I took the blue glass out of here. This here was Bo's map. I took it and gave it to the main map in the, what do you call it? Because, again, Bo was our enemy for a while. So that's what this was designed to be. This was supposed to be a war room that Bo could find. I wanted Bo to find this. But I really designed this. At one point, there was a glass globe over here. And I designed it to very much look like out of the X-Men. I wanted a war room. So this here is just a stairway, which I'll show you guys later. Med lab, I thought this was kind of cool in that, we have screens and monitors, etc. Because, there is a med bay. And then I created, this is where I put my fish farm. I wanted this also kind of hidden. I brought fish in here. I got a really cool thing. And this kind of helped me with a lot of, prepping myself for getting the higher stuff. Because the one thing about a fish farm is you get saddles. You can get bows that are enchanted. So until you get to a higher level, this is really the best way to get a bow that was enchanted. I'll build another one on the New World. Over here, I kind of created the hangar, a really, really lame, cheesy version of the Blackbird that, is not to scale, obviously. Complete with hangar doors. Working hangar doors is the idea. And again, that would never fit through there, but that's not the point. This is supposed to be the hangar. So, and then, after that, this used to be the only way out. Once you came out here, you couldn't get back in, and I really wanted a button, so I created one. Oh my gosh, it really does look better, doesn't it, with the blue? All right, I'm feeling pretty better about that. All right, through that door here is kind of my first XP farm. I'm not going to go to it. It's very much a tried and killer, and it's not been used in a long time. So let's get out of here. Let's go to the other base. So as part of my base, hey, Mr. Spider. As part of my base, I knew that I wanted a villager farm, and so that's when I talk about the fact that I cleaned out the village. That village over there, Salem Center, I ran rails all the way over here and then dropped them. Basically, I actually ran them down through the underground to this area here. And this is where my villagers live. So my villagers live here. They stay here. And this is where I get a lot of my books. My wife calls it my slave farm because she's like, this is just ridiculous. You have like 90 down here. And I do have quite a few. Because what I did was, the minute I got 2 green ones, that's these guys. I kept them together. These are the guys I would feed. Once I got a few down here, and then they made 2 green ones, I put the green ones aside, and I used them to breed other villagers. So I didn't have to go back to the village to get everything. That's how I got so many. That's the trick. Once you get to, a lot of guys will tell you, hey, the green ones, don't use the green ones. You can use the green ones. They're good breeding stock. They make normal villagers. Use the green ones. So obviously down here, I've created this. The trident killer thing caused problems. Now, the trident killer used to run. I just used to leave it running in this space. Nobody was ever here. I was in an area by myself, so I could leave this running without really impacting anybody else. So it was on all the time. Problem was, once we started losing tridents, I realized I had to come up with a different way. So what I did was, I still needed the bone meal. So I started. I put lava at the head level, and skeletons will fall down and they'll burn. And all I get is I don't get any armor, I don't get their bows, but I do get the bones. So yay! See, and they just so the bones will drop. Lava here from where it was used to be the potion. This here is my. I should probably turn that off. This is my paper farm. So this is where I create the sugarcane. You take a lot of the. You take basically 2 things of bone meal. You put the bone meal in here. I'm getting bone meal out of this when I run it. This is the kale farm, but instead of having it go into burners, I have it go into, these awesome little composters. And the composters make bone meal, and the bone meal I put it there. So it became self-sufficient. And this here, let me show you guys this, because even if you have this fully fold up, all right, with 64. Remember I said 64 is bad, and you don't get as much XP? Clear spot here, hold on. You don't get a ton of XP, but watch this. Okay, I take 64, so I have my fortunate pickaxe. Take 64. One time, not much. 2 times, boom, repaired. This thing works remarkably well at getting XP. It is how you want to do it. I highly recommend it. Look up the JC Plays version. Maybe on Earth 3 I will make videos myself of how I construct these things, because I do it a different way. I build the top here, and I think I might need to put kale in there. Nope, we're good. So I have 2 kale farms, one doing this. They have to be on separate chunks. What I tried once to put them together, and the chunk border is like right here. So I found that I was having all sorts of problems, so I just moved it over a little bit, and bingo. So yeah, things work down here pretty well. This is where I spend a bulk of my time to get books and things like that nature. Emeralds, etc. Man, I gotta find a. Do I have a shulker that's empty? I gotta find an empty shulker. Oh, I need a totem. I need a totem because, as we've discovered, totems are your best friend. I don't carry a shield anymore. I carry totems. When I find a flag-carrying villager, that's part of it too. Is I go back to Salem, and that's where I do the raid. I do the raid by myself. I don't want to share any of it. I can solo raid. Fine. So, do I have shulkers? I gotta have shulkers, right? I had shulkers. I had empty shulkers because that's how I got that. One last thing I'm going to talk about here is you guys will know. You guys might notice here, I have a ton of armor. I did the duplication thing. I did do the, you look it up on YouTube. It does work. So I'm going to let my flash crafters know that if you go to Will's base, go down to the underground, and you want armor, you got armor. And I spent a little bit of time, to proof on how. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Proof on how the XP thing works. Watch this. Let's go do this real quick. So I will equip this in my hand. I will come over here. I will pull that kale. I'm going to pull that kale. Boom. It's fully repaired. And it was like 2/3 of the way. So definitely highly recommend the kale farm idea. Oh no, I want my elytra to, Oh yeah, I gotta take everything off, don't I? I should. Do I have an armor stand? I know I do in the base. I know I do in my bedroom. And maybe that's where I'll put everything. Because I think that's all I'm going to show you guys. It's kind of what I did. So this, I have my base here. Now I had separate bases. I don't need to go through those. They weren't that great. They weren't used that much. So I'm not going to go to town on those. This is where. This here is really where I spent a bulk of my time, was out here at Salem Center. And I'm looking to do the same thing, I think, with this. Now, as you guys can see here, I did put a conduit down here. That's why when you go up the thing, when you go up the water tunnel, that's why all of a sudden I can see underwater. And in a rainstorm, it's amazing. But yeah, I put a button back here. I almost want to take it down so that, like just take that out so guys can find it. But I think they can. If not, if you're one of the flash crafters watching this trying to figure out how to get to my underground base, there are other entrances. I did create another entrance, so in fact we'll go that way. I did create this stairway here. It was created for a long time. I tore it apart when I was done getting the villagers, and then I just put it back because I didn't want people to also find out that there's also this down here. I do have a mine. So this is kind of how I got the villagers down here. And then, so you can see we're in the underground of the X-Men. So, this is going to be kind of it. I'm still really proud of this. I love this build. I thought this was kind of fantastic and a very cool idea. I didn't use it enough. Like, I should have put a vault down here. I put the vault in my bedroom because I didn't want to ever go downstairs very often. I found that I couldn't. I couldn't get downstairs as much. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's pull those shoes. Let's put the shoes over there. And let's pull the hat. And we're going to put the hat and the armor thing in back here. Yeah, by the way, this is all sort of crazy. Nothing's right. So, actually, that should go in an item frame because that's a turtle helmet, and I'm pretty proud of that. So, do I have an item frame anywhere? I'll make one. Because I should pull my armor off, I guess. Well, I should really empty my inventory, too. Okay, so what do I got? Soul sand, so that's going to go in the netherite area. Potions will go in the potion area. And again, I'm doing this, and at the end of the day, I really don't care. I've always been kind of crazy. In fact, screw it. That's actually also iron. So's that, and that. That's not iron. Water, sure. Yeah. I think I had did I have a treasure chest in here? I didn't. It's back. Oh, barrel. That'll work. That's where I can put my weapons and stuff. So, and in fact, you know what? That's where I'll put that helmet too. So, all right. So I'll put these barrels here. Then I'll make science be like, this is little stuff. So, and then So let's put all my stuff in there. All my armor, my rockets, and then my armor. Wow, this is a little much here. All right. And then we'll put that there, that there, that there, that there, and that there. And finally, let's clean out the ender chest. So let's go in here. Wow, this is a little sad. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, this is a year and a half about of real, time. But I'm very excited for what we're getting in, the next step. So, diamonds, which is really what they're going to look for. Rockets, emeralds, because again, everybody loves emeralds. And that, I feel like I need a sign. You know what? I'll take that sign. They don't care about that. Oh, wow, the painting stayed up. Okay. Rock and roll. Oh. All right, that'll tell them what's up. That's personal. Let's does stuff stay in there? I'm not going to break that. We're fine. So that's wow. That's it. I'm done. I think I'm going to go over here and take a nap. And you know what? I'll end on the roof. Let's go up to the roof here because the roof is kind of cool. Where you can kind of oversee I'm pretty impressed with what I built here. I feel, and we all kind of did because we were here for a year. So, but looking around here, looking at what, Bo and I think made the most out of the space we had. I mean, so did Belle. But Belle kind of built a lot of stuff in Oshite. Let's not get crazy. Bo built a lot of stuff, in city. I really wanted my base to be a base. I wanted my base to be a place where, I spent time. So, and then over time, I started to move more and more operations to Central City. But this is always my home. Like I love this mansion. I'm going to miss this base. So with that, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thanks for spending some time with me here. I hope you have a fantastic day. And on that note, I will see you on Earth 3. I'm pretty excited for Earth 3. And wait, what's happened? Something.
Hello. Can you hear me, Flashcraft fans? I know you can.
Oh, not the Riddler.
Yes, it is I, Edward Nigma, the Riddler. And more importantly, your intellectual superior. My genius has allowed me to easily hack into your primitive communications. My goal is simple. You complete a series of amusing challenges and, well, you'll see.
You're not annoying.
Ready for your first one? Good. It's an easy one. Now riddle me this. What is always in front of you but cannot be seen? I'll give you a minute to type your answer in the comment section below.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Wah. Looks like time is up. Did you guess correctly? That's right, the future. I knew you could do it. And your prize. There's always a prize. So how about a glimpse of the future? Now, where did I leave that exit?
Oh, I got a live one here.
What the heck, Cap? What? Really? The Riddler? This is where we're gonna go? This is what we're doing? The Riddler. I feel very strange. I feel... the Riddler? The Riddler. Like the Riddler. I just... And wait. I now look different. That's right. Batcraft. That's next, folks. Batcraft. Hopefully without the Riddler. So yeah, I'm going to probably change from Green Lantern to my favorite Bat character, which is Nightwing, because, Robin and all that. And I'm very excited. So be watching this channel, be watching The Real Boy York on Twitch, and Flashcraft on YouTube for updates as to when we get going. Earth 3 is going to launch when Minecraft launches 1.18. But on that note, thank you for watching, thank you for hanging, and I hope you guys have a fantastic couple of weeks. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.